Have you seen the DMT red laser light thing?
I've heard about that.
Yo.
I heard it's nuts. Have you done it?
No, but I've seen a bunch of videos on it. Apparently, if you do DMT and you shoot a red laser, I sent Jamie a video. If you shoot a red laser, you see the matrix, you see code.
Yeah.
And everybody sees the same shit.
Really?
Everybody. Not only that, but
It's
if you
real
get
shit.
above the laser and you look down,
Yes.
you see layers of code.
Yes. Check this out.
Also,
Look
Chase
at this.
Hughes,
Look.
I just saw a video of him saying he saw it too.
Yeah,
He didn't
this
talk
is
about
on
it.
Chase
It's
Hughes.
the same
Is
thing
he a
sent
famous
me.
scientist or something?
No, he was just on the podcast though.
This guy was?
Yeah, he's a mind
his
control
guess.
expert. It explains psyops and how
Seen it on Instagram, and I heard you and Danny talking about it. So you've done it.
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram and flew Danny to my house right away.
Like, break this down for people because it got shared amongst my group, and it's like, what the fuck?
Exactly. And that's the only question you're still going to have after you see it.
It doesn't answer any questions. It just invites a lot
Nothing.
more.
Yeah, nothing else. There's code. Absolutely, there is code.
So the code's not like spinning there. It's like, it's literally like kind of written out static.
It's static. I can move the laser up and down and see all of the letters, but it's like 3-dimensional. So I can get close to the wall. I can look down inside of the laser that way, and I can look up in the laser that way.
What's your best guess at explaining that?
I would be a fool.
Okay. We can just leave it at that.
Can't somebody
Maybe
write
it's
the
a
code
universal
down?
consciousness that we're projecting something
They just
onto
discovered
it.
this.
Well, I bet some eggheads probably are.
I know the
People
guy who
have.
discovered it.
People
Man.
have.
Really?
I don't know him personally, but Brandon McCaffrey, one of my black belts, he knows him personally. He goes, dude, if you ever want to do your podcast, I could make, I'm like,
Let's
hell
pay,
yeah.
Let's pay attention to this fight.
It's a great fight. Gunnar
Dude,
Nelson has
that's-
a fight in
dude,
3 years.
that was seeing the Matrix when you're on DMT with a red laser.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Any laser?
Wild.
It's like a red laser. There's a bunch of videos on it on YouTube.
Just
But
any
is it like a
laser, though.
specific laser? Or
I wonder
is
if
it
you
just
could do it
like,
with a green laser.
I don't
too.
know.
Or it's just
I
like
don't
any
know.
laser?
I don't know, but there's video of a bunch of people. That's just one dude. That's like the most, all the other guys are like stoner dudes. You know what I mean? I wanted to show like this dude.
Yeah,
He seemed to have a little more
Seem to have a mortgage.
intelligence a little bit, or
No,
a little
Chase is very smart.
believability,
Yeah.
But everybody sees the same shit. They see the fucking Matrix, the numbers, the code. Isn't that fucking life changing?
Did you saw that Tom Campbell interview that I did, right?
Yeah, I love that one. That was one of my favorite
that
ones.
One's nuts.
Yeah.
That one's nuts.
Yeah.
When he's explaining to you that consciousness creates reality.
You know what? I never really took the simulation theory seriously, but I always believed like Jesus is a new thing for me. Like the Shroud of Turin, I'm all in now with the Shroud of Turin. But before that, I was like, I don't know about Jesus, maybe, but I believe in God and I believe in a creator. Like whoever created this shit
Here we go.
is God.
Here we go.
Right?
Gunnar Nelson, Kevin Holland.
And there must be code on how God created this.
Yeah.
So that I think science, like the simulation guys, they're finding what God created. Like who else could put this simulation together but a God? Who else?
Here's the craziest theory. AI is about to become sentient, and then they're going to do quantum computers with AI. What if that's how Jesus comes back? What if Jesus reemerges
And he's just
as
this voice,
a
right?
created consciousness?
And he's on an app.
Yeah,
And you
well,
can just talk
it's
to him.
everywhere. By that time, it'd probably be able to communicate to your fucking head. I mean, they've already figured out how to put signals into people's heads, put voices in people's heads. They can literally have things say things to you, or you hear voices in your head.
Yeah.
They have that technology. And if quantum computing gets attached to AI and then it figures out how to make better versions of itself, like what does that mean?
But isn't that similar to like MK Ultra, what we're doing to compromise people?
Well, that's
Right?
different.
How's it different though?
Because MK Ultra, they were just trying to manipulate people with acid, and they were doing all sorts of different psychedelic drugs and doing it
To
on
get 'em to
people
think
without
crazy
them knowing.
shit, though,
yeah.
right?
But also try to get them to manipulate them so they can get
Yeah.
them to do things like
Yeah.
try to kill the president or something like that.